Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Shen Plays. This is our after party for the Saxony Let's Play in Europa Universalis 4. We saved the game in December 31st, 1820. I'm not sure how it's going to work in Ironman mode, but now that we've saved everything, we're going to go ahead and release everybody. We're going to release Germany. Yeah. Blammo. We're going to release Teutonic Order. Blammo. We're going to release the Hansa. Blammo. We're going to release Mecklenburg. Blammo. We're going to release Brandenburg. Blammo. We're going to release Magdeburg and Lüneburg and Brunswick and Thuringia, our original bitch. We can't do Saxony for some reason. Bavaria, yeah. Würzburg. We can't release Saxony. Why can't we release our original nation? Oh well. Styria, Baden, bingo, Salzburg, hooray, the Palatinate, fantastico, Trier, Cleves. Oh, this is beautiful. We're making a mosaic all across Europe. Genoa, Savoy, sure, Mantua, sure, Bosnia, why not? Welcome back, Poland. Welcome back, Normandy, Brittany, Guyenne, why not? Auvergne, hello, Lorraine, Catalonia, sure. Pomerania, why not? Dauphine, hello. Alencon, or Alençon, however you pronounce that shit. Orléans, oh, can't do Gotland apparently. Why can't we do Gotland? Oh, because they have rebels, yeah. Whatever. We can't do the provinces that have rebels. I don't care. Everybody, welcome back. Provence, hello. Austria, hello. Würzburg, yep. And that's it. That's all we can do. So hit enter. Whee! And there's the vast mosaic that is Europe. And these are all our vassals. We are currently sitting at 50 out of 6 relations, because each one of those vassals counts as one relation. So welcome back to the party, everybody. Isn't that kind of cool? Catalonia down here, Guyenne up here, Auvergne, Toulouse. No, we couldn't release Toulouse for some reason. Why can't we release Toulouse? Why can't we release Toulouse? Here's another bug. There's Toulouse. Can't release Toulouse. There's Flanders. Can't release Flanders. Oh, these bugs. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So let's go through some of the map modes. Why don't we? There's the religion map mode. I've gone through this one a lot because I'm really happy with the way things turned out. Everything is fucking Protestant. We went to war several times as the defender of the Protestant faith, and we pushed other nations into Protestantism. We pushed the Russian nations, we pushed the Scandinavian nations, we pushed Britain and Castile and Portugal and France. And they carried it everywhere. Look, the Netherlands brought it to the New World. Portugal brought it to the New World. France did an amazing job of converting the New World. Everyone converted everywhere they went. And even look at even Spain over here, converting Siberia to Protestantism. That's just fantastic. Sunni and Shiite both stood up strong. Hindu got most of India. Confucian did fine. Catholics are pretty much everywhere in Japan. And Sunni held out in Indonesia. Imperial map mode, there is no Imperium, but apparently once you form the Empire, all the wastelands in the world become part of the Empire. It's really weird. They get green. Regions, that's never going to change. Cultures, you can see we did a lot of spreading of the German culture. That's fantastic. It made things very accepted across the board, but it's pretty arguable of whether or not it makes sense to convert the culture of places, because the revolt risk is not that bad, the difference in tax is not that bad, and look at how far behind we fell in diplomatic tech because we had to convert so many cultures to German, and that really takes a lot of diplomatic tech, especially converting places with high base tax like Rome and Paris. We converted Paris with an 18 base tax that cost 450 diplo power. That's essentially a whole tech level just to convert one province. So a lot of people say it's just not worth it to convert the provinces, and maybe in the future I'll play with that to see just maybe if we don't convert anything, can we still make money? Probably. Can we still put down the revolts? Probably. And if that's the case, then maybe it's worth it to save our diplo power and use it on tech or use it on buildings or whatever else you can do. Diplo buildings give you more money because they are trade buildings. So marketplaces and ports and stuff like that, they all give you money because they improve your trade. So if you do the trade-off of the buildings, which are very cheap, it's only 10 diplo power for each building. If the buildings are cheap and they give you income, then maybe it makes sense to not convert anything, or maybe just a couple, but leave the majority unconverted, especially the expensive ones. Deal with revolts. You have armies, right? Deal with the revolts. And you'll make a lot of money through the buildings, and it'll counteract everything. And to me, that makes sense. I will try it in the future, see how it goes. What else can we look at? The trade map mode, we had everything pushed towards our capital, which was in Zealand, and we wound up with a hell of a lot of trade here. We didn't get everything, but we got 20.9. We had some of the trade there. We could have done better. If we had pushed to capture the majority of that trade node, it would have been a lot better for us. People were saying should have made it Lübeck or, you know, Frankfurt or Vienna or whatever. Venice is a nice endpoint. We've owned Venice for a long time. Moving it to an endpoint like Antwerp or Venice is probably the ideal location, because that means everything pushes towards there eventually. And if you have good navies protecting your trade, you can push more powerfully, etc., etc. But I don't know. I'll play with the trade in another Let's Play. This one, I'm still learning with the trade system. Bear with me here. I'm really dumb when it comes to the trade system in this game. I will learn it eventually. The diplomatic map mode, you can see where we left off with all of our new vassals, all of the claims that we didn't take. That's okay. Where is it? This is our empire as it stands with all of our vassals and all of our incorporated territory. Pretty strong. We control pretty much everything from the Baltic to the Balkans to Italy to the border of Hispaniola, all of France, all of Germany. We are really powerful. Revolt risk, there's pretty much none. Colonial range, who cares? Economical map mode, I really don't know what to tell you about this. Green is good. Manpower, again, green is good. There's nothing really to show you there. Tech map mode, we are not the highest in tech, but mainly it's because our Diplo tech is lagging behind. Our admin tech is maxed out. Our military tech is maxed out. It's just the Diplo tech. Not a big deal. I don't mind lagging behind in Diplo tech in most cases, but I'm gonna play with it in the future to see if we can get ahead in Diplo tech. Maybe get ahead in the trade game, get ahead in the naval game, and protect our shipping routes and have more trade power, more income, blah, blah, blah. Because Diplo tech can do that for you. Trade value, green is better. I don't know what else to tell you. Supply limit, green is better, whatever. Buildings map mode, none of these make any sense. Players map mode, look, it's Shenrir in these tiny little areas that are not given away. Shenrir. And accepted cultures. Well, there we are with the German accepted culture, and then lots of places like in France and other places that we never converted because we never had enough Diplo points. And, you know, they're very expensive to convert. You know, this one costs, we don't even own it, right? 125. That's actually not that bad. It's based off the base tax, right? So if it was base tax 1, it'd be 25 points. Base tax 2, 50 points. Base tax 3, 75 points. It's 25 times the base tax. So in a place like Paris, 18 times the base tax, it was 450 to convert it. Very expensive. And that's it. We're going to leave it in the train map mode. So why don't we exit the game here and see what the result is going to be. If we hit menu and exit to menu. And let's read the end of the game. Or read the report. There we go. 11th of November, 1444 to 31st of November, 1820. We have +2 stability. Prestige of -19. We have all of our national ideas. We have completed the economic, aristocratic, trade, offensive, religious, diplomatic, quality, and defensive ideas. Wow, this window is way too small. We had the largest army, largest navy, 5th most provinces, highest province value, highest income, 8th highest trade income. We came in 2nd place ahead of France, but still behind Spain. Oh, this is historical. Okay. And Ironman, yeah, his score is not that great. We had huge navy. We had huge army, tons of manpower. We had lots of stuff going on. So we started off with Rudolph III. Due to the lack of anything of note, Rudolph III is known throughout history as Rudolph the Idle. Albrecht III. Due to the lack of anything, Albrecht is known as Albrecht the Idle. Friedrich I. In the reign of Friedrich I, we moved our capital to Saxony. So this is before we took over. We took over in 1444. This history begins before the game begins, right? All right, so here we are. We began as Friedrich I, and then he died eventually, and here we have Friedrich II. King Friedrich II was involved in the brutal Saxon conquest of Bamberg, and our armies were competent. The most decisive battle, blah, 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 blah. So this is a history of everything we did during the game. We fought Brandenburg. This was at the very beginning of the game. We fought Brandenburg. We got them as our bitch. We got Brandenburg as a vassal, which was huge because they were bigger than we were. They had 5 provinces. We only had 4. Or we had 2 provinces, but we also had a personal union over Thuringia, which was another 2 provinces. We essentially had 4 provinces. We vassalized somebody who had 5 provinces. We more than doubled our land. It was great. Minor Polish subjugation to Teutonic Order lasted 2 years, resulting in status quo. Historians talk about how the Polish fought Hungarian in the Battle of Zempfen, whatever. The brutal Austrian conquest of Lyonnais. The unsuccessful Saxon conquest of Nuremberg. The short Aragonese conquest of Corsica. The short Man, this first king of ours, Frederick II, he really was in a lot of a lot of wars. Look at that. Hungarian conquest of Ostmark. Wow. So 1514, we had a new king. So 50 years after the first king, Albrecht I campaigned for the brief Venetian conquest of Mantua, the epic Palatinate conquest of Mainz, the minor Polish conquest of Ratibor. Armies were competent. Saxon conquest of Ansbach lasted for 1 year. Great. The epic Saxon conquest of Niederlausitz ended after 1 year, resulting in status quo. Important event, blah, blah, blah. How is it epic? Epic second Alsatian conquest of Pfalz. And our armies were competent. I wish they would say something other than competent. That seems kind of boring after like the 5th time. Unsuccessful Austrian conquest of Sopron. The bloody Danish conquest of Lübeck lasted for 6 years, resulting in status quo. And here we have 1519, Albrecht IV. The long Swedish conquest of Bergenschutz, and our armies were competent. The epic French conquest of Vlaanderen, resulting in status quo. Historians talk about how the French fought Austrian in the battles of Vaud. The Saxon conquest of Kalitz. An important event in the war was the Battle of Danzig, where Saxon forces led by Albrecht IV von Wetten attacked Jan Kazimierz von Wetten. Oh, the von Wettens are attacking. The 18,000 Saxon almost unscathed, and the 8,000 Polish lost most of their forces. Yep. Albrecht IV decided to pass the Dissolution Act. Oh, there we go. I thought it crashed. Decided to pass the Dissolution Act, and what? Against better judgment, decided to pass the Advancement of Religion Act. Against better judgment, decided to pass the Act of Uniformity. How is it against better judgment? I guess the people didn't like it, but it's probably still good, because that gave us missionary strength. Saxon conquest of Kalitz lasted for 2 years, blah, blah, blah. The brief Bosnian conquest of Dalmatia, and our armies were competent. The Regan conquest of Livland lasted 3 years. Starting to talk about Regan fought French in the Battle of Riga, led by Regan Ernest Hood. The minor French conquest of Cambrai. Unsuccessful Saxon conquest of Bomerwald. The short Crimean conquest of Lithuania. All right. Austrian Ansbachian War of Honor. I like that, War of Honor. Passed the Convectile Act. Passed the Declaration of Indulgences Act. Unsuccessful. Oh, who's this now? Friedrich August. Okay. 1581. The short Saxon conquest of Moravia. An important event, the Västergötland, where Saxon forces led by blah, 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 and his Swedish forces, blah, blah, blah. 48,000 Saxon strong suffered some losses, and the 20,000 Swedish defenders suffered some losses. Unsuccessful Dutch War for Independence lasted. Dutch War for Independence, I like that. The brutal French conquest of Liège. I like some of these battle names, or war names, they're kind of cool. The bloody Dutch conquest of Friesland. Nice, or Friesland, whatever. Saxon conquest of Lübeck. The long Saxon conquest of Mainz. Nice. Administrative monarchy. Oh, we made an administrative monarchy. Cool. Friedrich August I. Nice. Regency Council. Okay, our senior nobles showed their devotion to our nation by volunteering their services for our Regency Council during the minority of our monarch. So this is Johann Jorg I, or Jorg I. Saxon conquest of Osnabrück. Yep. Brutal Austrian reconquest of Breda. The bloody French reconquest of Brabant. That's weird. It highlights the beginning, but then when there's a end line, it stops highlighting. The short Prussian conquest of Mecklenburg. The Polotskian Finnish Punitive War. What? Moritz the First. The short Polotskian Finnish blah, blah, blah. Whatever. It goes on and on and on. We'll just read off some of the names. I don't know what's going on over here. Friedrich IV. The British-French Punitive War. The bloody Styrian reconquest of Ukraine. Friedrich V. The short German... Oh, we already Germany now. When did we form Germany? When did we form Germany? Here we go. Moved our capital to Zealand. Oh, wow. That was really long in the empire. Wow. Where did we form Germany? fuck, man? I must have missed that. It's in here somewhere, right? I don't know. What else we got? We got Johann the First Jorg. Now, this was the guy who got captured by Britain somehow. When they changed governments, they stole him from us. And then we had Maximilian the First, who was of a different dynasty. He was a Valois, right? So we had the von Wettens for a long time, and then all of a sudden we had Valois, and it's like, what the fuck? And Ferdinand the First, 1788, and I think we stuck with him to the end. Yeah, Ferdinand the First, we had him for a long time. For 33 years, Ferdinand the First. All right, so that was our Saxony campaign. I'm not going to read all of this. There's so many things going on. The long imperial purge of Palatzkin heresy. Yeah. And the bloody imperial Venetian Revolutionary War. Yeah. Oh, during his reign, the provinces of Gotland, Vlaanderen, Pisa, Firenze, Siena, Salento, Sopron, Maine, Anjou, Barrois, Provence, Avignon, Antwerpen, Charolais, and Bari were gained. He gained a lot of land. Lovely. Yeah, against better judgment, a lot of that shit. Anyway, that was it. That was our Saxony campaign. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you joining me for the stream tonight. It's 9:21 now. I started the stream at like 7 p.m. No, 6 p.m. Wait, what day is it? Today's Friday, right? Today's Saturday? Really? Wow. I've lost so much track of time. We've been streaming all day. I thought it was Friday. I think I've drank too much. Anyway, thank you for joining me, guys. Hope you enjoyed our Saxony Let's Play. I had a blast. This was my first completed game of Europa Universalis 4, and we did it on Ironman, and we did it on hard. And I like that. But next time, I think in the future, we're not going to do any more Ironman. As much as I like achievements, the constant autosaves really annoy me. They make the game take a lot longer than it needs to. It's very distracting. It's also very difficult to control your units when you can't click on things because of the constant autosaves. Yeah, I didn't realize it was Saturday. I thought it was still Friday. I still remember my coworker saying goodbye and I'll see you on Monday. I thought that was today. Shit. All right. See you guys later. You guys have a good one.